I'm going to show you how to get your first 10 customers so you can make money in your sleep. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Arlan. 10 years ago, I was homeless, sleeping on the floor of an airport. Today, I have invested in more than 200 startups, and I make millions of dollars a year for myself and help other people do the same for themselves. And I want to show you these three ways that are very specific and very simple to get customers. Every single day, I help people get new and more customers. So I've seen this work. It has worked for me. And not only that, but I have won a few contests because of it. I won the School Games, which is the platform that does communities. I won the very first or the second month ever that I was on it. I won it. And I got to meet Alex Hermosi, who you may know made $100 million in one weekend. I met the CEO of School, and I have been invited back over and over again because I do so well on School. I then got my 100,000 person plaque on YouTube for having 100,000 subscribers, and we're almost at 200,000 now. And then I won just most recently the Stan Gary V contest to make the most money in 2 months. I came in at number three with more than $100,000 in those 2 months, way more. And I've made more than $270,000 using Stan Store to sell digital products, courses, prompts, things like that in just a few weeks. So I know what I'm talking about and I know how to bring in customers. One way is you're looking at it right now is YouTube, but I'm going to show you exactly what I mean, not just the premise of it, because you can find the premise of it anywhere. So take notes, say in the comments right now, I'm ready, I want to hear, so I know that you're really in this game. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe right now so that you don't miss any other videos of mine. All right, let's get started. Number one, you're going to sell to people who already trust you, even if your audience is small. Most people trip up on this because they say, oh, she wants me to have a big audience or already have a bunch of people who can buy from me. Of course, that works for her because she has an audience. I am not saying that. I'm saying to you that you're underestimating what you already have. So what does that look like for you? You may have an email list. You may not. If you have an email list, you are miles ahead and you can start there. If you do have an email list, when's the last time you sent a message out to people? A lot of times people will trip me out because they'll say that, oh, I have like 80 people on my email list. I don't have an audience. I'm like, well, that's 80 people. And maybe it's an older list, maybe it's gone quiet, but you're going to have a few people who still open. Do you have any Instagram followers at all? Anyone on LinkedIn? Anyone on Threads? Now, Threads is super interesting because it's an audience where people are still getting to know you, and you don't have to have anybody following you on Threads to get a lot of people to see your threads just because of the way it's so new. So it's very interesting. Do you have any YouTube followers or people who could see your YouTube? Can you start one? It is free to start and it's simple to use, and it can start to bring you in an incredible amount of attention for your product. Do you have a school? If you have a school, SKOOL, then you already have an audience. I hate to break it to you. If you do not have a school, you can get a school for very, very little bit amount of money, $9 a month, and you can make the school free to the people to come in. I'm doing this right now with your first 5K, but you can come in for free. It used to be paid, but I made it free a few days ago. The link is in the description. Thousands and thousands of people are joining because it's free now. There are already 2,500 people who paid. But you can have a free membership where you get 20, 30, 50 people to come in over a few weeks. And now you have this really, really engaged, really amazing audience of people who may want what you have to offer them. And then people who reply to your posts or your DMs and have questions. about something you've talked about. If you're starting from scratch today and you have zero to offer, go into your first 5K, take my 5-day challenge that's in the classroom that thousands of people, I'm not exaggerating, are taking, and it'll get you your offer in 1 hour. On day one of the 5-day challenge, you will have your offer. And this could be a prompt pack. It could be a one-on-one call, some sort of digital product, some sort of done for you service. If you want more information about that and go even faster, you can join my Stan OS, where I teach you how I made that $270,000 on Stan. And I have training and a dashboard that does most of the work for you. All of it is linked below. There are no excuses. You have all the answers. So you're really just going to look in, and speaking of, in your first 5K, which is free, when you go into the classroom and then you go into the day one, go into the 5-day challenge, in days 2 and 3, I teach you step by step how to find all of your contacts and how to reach out to them, what to say to them exactly, step by step, word for word. So this is going to be an email that you post. It's going to be something that you put on your Instagram. It's going to be this, what we call warm outreach. You're going to personally invite people through text messages, through emails, people you already know and who already know you. That is warm outreach. And we talk about that in days 2 and 3, especially day 3 of the 5-day challenge. The next thing you're going to do, the next way, is you're going to borrow other people's audiences. Borrow their audiences. What do I mean by that? This is where people mess up. So I want you to be very, very solid in understanding this. You're going to find other people in your lane. You're not going to go to Oprah. You're not going to try to go to somebody who has 1,000 million billion views and say, well, they won't work with me because I'm too small. You're going to work with people who have just some number of audience members who are like the people you want to get in front of. And you're going to go and offer them something in return. So let's say they have 300 to 10,000 people who follow them on Instagram or who follow them on YouTube. You can find thousands of people who have 1,000 people who follow them on YouTube. You just can. You want them to be a related audience. They don't have to be identical to your audience because they may conflict a little bit. They may say, oh, I don't want you to take too much from me. But if it's related, then you can offer them something really cool. So you have something created for them. You create it for them, okay? This can be a prompt pack. It can be training, like a video or a series of short videos. It can be a checklist, PDF. It can even be something you do on Lovable if you're getting into that, and I teach you how to do that on this channel, by the way, where you build some sort of tool online that takes you maybe 20 minutes to do. And here's what you're going to propose to them. They send it to their audience and send it out as a product offer because you're looking for people who already do this. And then you split the revenue. Another way to do it is to just call them your affiliate and give them a link, an affiliate link. If you don't have that ability because you're not on a platform that has an affiliate link, you're simply just going to work it out with them and say, look, anybody who uses this coupon code or anybody who says they tells me in an email that they found me through you, or if you're using Stan, you can actually ask them. You can ask a question at checkout. Where did you find this? If they type in that person's name that you're collaborating with, you share your profits with them. And that's what you tell them. Not even profits, you could share revenue. Meaning you can just share how much it costs. So if it costs $50, you might say to them, it was worth so much for you to bring these people to me, I'm going to give you $20. Because there's some fees and stuff you have to pay, right? So you get $25, they get $5 in fees. It's not really that amount, but just to be safe. And you think about it from their perspective, they're thinking, I don't have to build anything new. This is actually a kind of a valuable thing, and I'm going to make money from it. So it's not like I'm shooting myself in the foot and giving somebody else my platform for nothing. It's kind of a cool idea. Not everybody's going to do it, but everybody is going to think about it. Okay. And if you put volume out there, send this out to 10, 20 different groups and make it customized for them. You don't have to build it first. You can build it one time and say, would you like something like this? And I'll put your name on it and your kind of insignia. You don't have to have a big audience. You just need access to the right people and the courage to reach out and ask them. Again, in days 2 and 3 in the free Your First 5K 5-day challenge that is linked in the description, I teach you this in depth. I give you templates, scripts, a custom GPT, all the training you need, everything. If you spend an hour a day with me, you'll have this all worked out. But you can actually take this and run with it as well. Now, the third way is you're going to turn one win into 9 more customers. I call this my flywheel method. So you may have seen, if you are not new here, you may have seen a video of mine or 10 or 20 where I interview people from my products who have used my products and had success with it. So I do that because I'm creating a flywheel where one thing makes the next thing happen and so on and so forth. Look up the visual for flywheel on Google or YouTube if you want to know exactly what that looks like. So what I do and what you could do is you get one person to have success with your product. And here's another hint, tip, side note. They don't even have to pay for it, this one person, because what you're looking for is a testimonial. So if you go out and you try to sell it and you're having a hard time selling it, give it away for free to someone and say, in exchange, I want you to give an honest review or an honest testimonial, or get on a Zoom call with me for 15 minutes and talk it through, and I'll put it on my Instagram or my YouTube or both. And you record, I mean, the best thing you can do, in my opinion, is film an interview with them where you're just simply asking them, how did you find it? What was life like before you had it? And how did it help you? How did it change things? And they tell you and tell the audience. And then now that is a wonderful promotional vehicle for you. So you have one success story that helps bring in 9 more customers, give or take, right? So then imagine you get another success story. Someone else says, oh my gosh, that was so great. A week later, you say, hey, do you mind jumping on Zoom and recording that? Or do you mind writing something out that I can put on my page, on my sales page, on my stand store? Or do you mind if I write something and then you just approve it? I'm giving you very specific ways to do this that most people don't tell you. So this is something that you can do right now. If you don't have anyone who's paid for your offer, give it away for free to one person. Ask them to give a testimonial. And as long as the testimonial is great, you can use it. If it's not a good testimonial, if they didn't get a good experience from it, that's also valuable information because you can make it better before you sell it. Does that make sense? You want honest. So help 1, 2, 3 people win, document it, and post it. And say, hey, if you want the same results, I'll show you how to do it, or I'll do it with you, or I'll do it for you. I want you to say in the comments right now, if you're still with me, the words teach, show, and do. This is how you can figure out your offer, or you can make a different version of your offer. You can teach somebody something, a course, a workshop. You can show somebody something, how to do something, a one-on-one, a VIP day. You can do it for them. You just hand it to them. That's a done-for-you service. Pretty simple, huh? We keep overthinking this stuff, but it's pretty simple. Let me tell you something. Social proof compounds. So the more you're out there with this proof, this evidence that it's actually helping someone, the more that's working for you by itself on automation. You don't even have to do anything after that point. When it comes to that piece of material, it just kind of does it for you. And then imagine if you do put effort behind it, or you add to that every single day or every single week, how much more you'll have 6 months from now, 3 months from now, if you start today. If you start right now, imagine what your life will be like in 3 months. And also, you can stop selling the features. Oh, it has this and that and this and that, because you really have someone else just saying, it helped me do this thing that I wanted to do that you want to do. It helped me do it. That's all I need to know. When you are, let's say you're a travel agent, okay? I want you to imagine this, right? You're a travel agent and you're selling tickets to Hawaii. Let's just use it as an example. Flights to Hawaii and excursions in Hawaii. What's the better version to get you more sales? To say, uh, you're going to get on the plane. Before you get on the plane, though, you're going to have to go through TSA, and they're going to probably frisk you, and they're probably going to have to do a wand over you and probably touch you places that you don't want to be touched at the airport. And then you're probably going to get into a fight with somebody who rolls over you with their luggage, but that's okay. Then you're going to get on the flight, and somebody's going to kick your seat, an adult, a child, whatever. They're going to kick your seat or hit your head. And then there's going to be some food, but you're not going to like half of it. And it's going to cost a lot when you're on there. And then it's going to take like 6 to 7 hours to get there. It's going to take a long time. You're going to get cold, but they're not going to have any blanket. Like go on and on and on. Is that a way to sell it? Or is the better way to sell it to say sandy beaches, coconut water as far as the eye can see, warm relaxation, beautiful blue ocean, etc. Comfortable bed. The features, the how-to, how to get there, all the things. You're going to have the this, that, and the other. People don't care about the this, that, and the other. They care about the destination and the transformation. So you get to do that by showcasing online. That is what makes that part really, really special. Now, you want to start with people who trust you. And if you don't have people who trust you, start today building trust. Get on Threads or LinkedIn or Instagram or YouTube. Choose one or two and just start putting stuff out there. Can I be faceless? I know you're asking that. Yes, you can be faceless. I teach you how in your first 5K. But more importantly, what's more important than being faceless is just starting. You have to put in the work and you have to start for it to happen. If you don't start, you'll never get there. So then you can start with people who trust you. If you already have some people in your contact list, you're like, actually, I have 3 people I could send this to right now. That's what happens all the time in my world. The people I teach who are just like you, who are starting just where you are. They just don't realize they have what they need already. Then you get to expand into borrowed audiences by making offers, striking deals. Doesn't have to be really complex or scary. It could just be, hey, you have an audience, you have a mailing list of 200 people. I have these prompt packs that I got from Arlan's prompt shop, and you can go to the link below to get that. And it costs $30. And if you help me sell them, I'll give you $15 each. And it's a prompt pack, so they get all this stuff that's really worth like 300. Will you put that in your next email blast? Maybe 7 out of 10 people say no, but what if the 3 do say yes? What if that turns into a few $100s for you? What if? You'll never know unless you do it. And then you scale, you grow with evidence, with receipts, with proof of how much whatever you're selling helps somebody. And if it's not helping people, you need a different offer. We forget that a lot. We're like, oh, what can I sell? What can I sell? How can I make money? Have we really? When's the last time you thought, is this what I'm selling helping people truly? And if you know that with all your heart, then it's your job to get it out to more people. What did I just say? Say it in the comments. What did I just say? Repeat what I just said, that last part. See if you were paying attention, because that's important. Now, here's what I don't recommend. Don't, in this particular instance, do not reach out and cold DM people. Meaning don't reach out to people you don't know from Adam right in this moment. That's not going to get you places fast. Don't do automated emails. That's not going to do anything for you fast. Don't worry about going viral or getting a bunch of views. If you get 10 views on your YouTube video, on your long form, that's huge. Don't have to build a perfect website, funnel, system, get somebody here, there, and the other. You know how many people I talk to who have been working on their funnels or their setup for weeks or months or even years, and they've lost all this time and all this money they could have made by just accidentally do it. You know, they say a broken clock is right twice a day. Have you heard that before? A broken clock is right twice a day. Write the word clock if you're hearing me. That means that even a clock that is completely broken is, if it, let's say it's at 2 o'clock when it breaks, it's going to be 2 o'clock twice that day. So it's still going to be right. So I would much rather you do it scared, do it flawed, do it imperfect, do it kind of broken so that you can accidentally fall into some money than for you to wait till you have perfection and miss out 100% on the money because it's not out there. This is how things work. I want you to do this too. This is an exercise I want you to do the next time you get a chance, hopefully today. Go to someone's YouTube channel who you like, preferably somebody in your lane, somebody who teaches, something like that. Somebody who makes money that you would like to have their life. Not necessarily be them, because I don't want to be anybody else, but like you like what they're doing. And then go to their channel and click on oldest. And most people will leave their old videos up. Not everybody does. But go and look at their earliest videos. I'm telling you, from Dan Martell to Myron Golden to Cody Sanchez to Alex Hermosi to me to Rachel Rogers, you are going to see us growing into who we are today. I hope you're hearing me. I hope you're hearing me. I'm just talking to you right now, okay? I need you to hear me. They started. That's what made them who they are. It's really the difference between most people who have it and who don't. They started, they stayed with it through the awkwardness. We did. We didn't know it was awkward when it was awkward. This is awkward. I'm going to look back at this video in 2 years and I'm going to be like, you still filming with your hair like that. You hadn't gotten your teeth fixed by now? But who cares? Because you get the information. Do it scared. Do it flawed. Build it. Another thing I want you to understand is that you're going to have to spend some money. You don't have to spend an exorbitant amount of money. Don't spend thousands of dollars on paid ads. You don't know enough about it yet unless you really do. If you do, you know you do, right? But if it's like something you have to figure out and learn and all that, don't spend a bunch of money on ads right this moment. You have other tools at your disposal, but you are going to have to spend a little bit of money. Let's call it $100, $200, $500 to make more money. It's just in an ideal world, you would not, but you're going to have to eventually. So think of it as investing in yourself. I have spent so much money. Remember, I was homeless. I told you this at the beginning of the video. I was homeless 10 years ago. I didn't make more than $5,000 in a given year for most of my adult life until I was 35-ish. So I know what it's like not to have money. And yet, I spent thousands of dollars. I found a way. So many ways. I spent thousands of dollars to get to a certain position where I could go to the next level. And I'm not saying you need to spend thousands of dollars. I'm saying a couple $100. Well, I don't have a couple $100. I want you to get into a headspace where you're thinking about the investment and the return on investment. Where you're thinking about, am I going to spend another year where I am? You say, I can't afford $200. I can't afford $500. Can you afford to be in the place you are right now, a year from now? Can you afford not to invest in yourself? These are really important questions you have to ask yourself. Get the pro chat GPT. Get the Lovable account. Splurge on the Stan Store account. Don't think of it as, oh, this costs so much money all year. Think of it as, well, it's monthly, so I'm going to give myself 30 days to make it back. This is what I do all day long. Get into a millionaire mindset with me. Millionaire mindset. Millionaire mindset is I pay to get what I want. I invest in myself. I'm worth it. These are the things that millionaires say to themselves. I want it, so I'm going to get it. Well, he has $1 billion. I can't go there. I can't go to that event. I can't be in that room. He has $1 billion. No, they say, well, let me go and see what I have. I don't have enough. Let me go and make it. Let me go and find it. Let me go and make it work. And what's really, really freaking cool is that I've seen this happen so often that I can say with certainty that multiple people go into your first 5K. They take my 5-day challenge. Now it's free. And they learn how to make money. And then they go on and they, tell me these incredible stories of, hey, I just did this. I did that. I bought this $2,000 thing. I did that. Speaking of, I'm going to show you one more thing before we go, because I do think this will bring that home. This is someone in my membership called All Access, Arlan's All Access. And I'm going to see where it is. Hold on. Okay, let me share this with you. Thanks for hanging in there with me because I don't like to edit when I don't have to. You can do this kind of on your own. So you see this Ghana girls trip, 317 members, amazing. Naomi, okay, I'm going to show you something. So Naomi's in my group, Arlan's All Access. And let me think about how I would find that post. She said, oh, I'll just look up the word Ghana. There you go. Okay. Ghana girls trip, a return home, November 16th. This is a glimpse of what I was able to easily do thanks to Arlan Hamilton. Before I joined Arlan's All Access, and you can just replace AAA with Your First 5K or my Stan OS or my Prom Shop in a Box or my Inner Circle, just anything that I do, I pour my heart into, okay? She says, before I joined, I struggled to get people to sign up for my trips. She sells trips to Ghana. The most I had was 4 sales. I even paid an influencer $2,000 for an ad, and it only brought in 1 sale. Then I came across Arlan's membership method. Within a few weeks, I was able to gain over 300 members, as well as fill out all the spots I had available for my trip. This is just a post to say thank you, Arlan, for helping me make my dream a reality. And she gives this video. I'm going to show you a little bit of it. And then I give a video response because I'm so touched by what I see. And actually, to make sure that you can see the audio, I'm going to make sure it's optimized for audio. And if you're interested in this, go to that, rewind it to where you saw the school and go into her school and you can join her school.
Welcome to Ghana, and this is Ghana Girls Trip. My name is Naomi, as you all know, but you can also call me a queer free. That's my African name.
So we arrived ahead of the other group. We came on Saturday because we wanted to get a feel and go around Ghana. Accra, and this morning we came out back so we could meet the group and be with the group.
I know Naomi and
as I go through this trip.
So you see what she's doing here? She has all these black women in Ghana
To drink.
and they go on to have dinner and meet up. As
soon as we walked in the door.
Okay, so what she's saying is that the ability to do that, where she was not able to do that before with a large group, was because she listened to me and my teachings and because she invested in herself. She compares it to a $2,000 thing. Arlen's All Access, when she paid for it, was $600. So it was some money, but it was so much more than what she was given before. So when you have something like Stan OS or Prompt Shop in a Box and they cost $99 and they are full, complete businesses for you, you have to ask yourself, what is stopping me? What am I afraid of? 1,000 people have joined Prompt Shop in a Box, 1,000 since October, which is, if depending on when you're watching this, that's really 3 months. 1,000 people have paid $99 to join. And no one has left. Every single person has stayed because it's that good. Stan OS is new. It just started in December, and more than 250 people have joined that. Maybe it's almost 300 by now. I have to look at it. And it is absolutely incredible. And I have things where you can have closer proximity to me. You can work with me all year round. That's my inner circle. If you're interested in that, just put a comment in the down below here. But what I'm saying is invest in yourself and invest knowing that you're worth it. When I get stuff for myself, when I take myself on trips or I pay for my family to do something, or I get something, some toy, I just had a viral uh, thing go on, a viral post on Instagram because I talked about buying Janet Jackson's prize truck at auction for $100,000 plus. It actually cost $117,000 or $12,000. And some people wrote on threads. It went viral. It has almost 2 million views on Instagram. It went viral immediately. And some people, everybody was really cool, but some people were like, why would you do that? Why would you throw away money like that? And I didn't answer them because I don't answer fools. But I did say to myself as a response, because I wanted to, because I'm worth it. That's it. Because I want to and I'm worth it. Because you want to and you're worth it is why. That's the only answer. That's it.